Once upon a time, not long after his adventure as Dr. Deep, Mr. Elias woke up to a brand new day. He glanced at his golden calendar and smiled widely. It was an even-numbered day, perfect for sharpening his mind with thoughts of grand new treasures. But even on treasure-building days, Mr. Elias liked to start with a little fun. While sipping his morning tea in the sunlit garden of his biggest mansion, he remembered the white doctor's coat still hanging in the closet. Why stop at one disguise, he chuckled to himself. A clever brain needs variety, like a chef needs spices. That very evening, after a full day of sketching brilliant plans for his 9th company, this one would make wonderful toys that taught children about stars and planets, Mr. Elias decided the next odd day deserved an even bigger surprise. He rummaged through an old trunk filled with forgotten costumes from parties long ago and pulled out a shiny captain's hat, a long blue coat with golden buttons, and a wooden toy telescope. Tomorrow, he declared to his fluffy cat, who was curled up on a velvet cushion, I shall become Captain Deep, the bravest, jolliest, and most mysterious explorer of the 7 seas, and also of dry land. The next morning arrived, another glorious odd day. Mr. Elias dressed in his new outfit. The captain's coat swished dramatically when he walked, the hat sat perfectly on his head, and the telescope made everything look like a grand adventure. He practiced his deepest sea captain voice in front of the mirror, Ahoy, friends! I am Captain Deep, master of hidden treasures, solver of tricky maps, and prescriber of hearty laughter for all who need it. With a spring in his step, he drove his shiny car not to the fancy cafe this time, but to the beautiful park by the sparkling lake, where families picnicked, friends played games, and dreamers sat on benches planning their futures. Word traveled fast in the city about the mysterious rich gentleman who loved riddles and lessons. Soon, a small group gathered around a bench where Captain Deep sat polishing his telescope. Among them was a young couple who talked very loudly about their foolproof plan to find easy fortune without any real effort or patience. Captain, sir. The young man called out boldly. We've heard you know where real treasure is buried. Care to share your map, for a small favor? Captain Deep lowered his telescope slowly and fixed them with a twinkling eye. Arr, me hearties, he boomed in his cheerful voice, ye seem to have a common explorer's puzzle called shortcutitis. Symptoms be big boasts and empty pockets. But lucky for ye, Captain Deep has the cure, a treasure hunt full of clever clues. The crowd cheered softly, excited for the fun. Captain Deep drew a colorful map on a big sheet of paper, marking spots all around the park with riddles about kindness, teamwork, and honest effort. The young couple, thinking it would be quick and easy, dashed off to solve them first, but every clue led to another, each trickier than the last. One riddle asked, what shines brighter than gold but costs nothing to share? The answer, a smile. Another said, what grows bigger the more you give it away? The answer, knowledge. Hours passed under the warm sun. The young couple huffed and puffed, trying sneaky shortcuts like peeking at other people's answers. Yet every time, Captain Deep's clever clues gently steered them back to the true path. Slowly, they began working with others, sharing hints, laughing together, and helping a little girl find her lost kite along the way. When the final clue led everyone back to the bench, the young couple arrived hand in hand, cheeks rosy from running and faces bright with real joy. They admitted with shy smiles that the greatest treasure wasn't gold at all, it was the fun of the hunt and the friends made along the way. Captain Deep nodded proudly. Ye've found the real buried treasure, he declared. Then, to reward their good spirits and newfound wisdom, he surprised them with a generous gift, tickets for a real boat trip on the lake, plus a little chest filled with coins enough to start their own honest small adventure, perhaps a lemonade stand or a garden shop. The whole park applauded as the sun began to set, painting the sky in oranges and pinks. Families waved goodbye, children begged for more stories, and the young couple thanked Captain Deep over and over, promising to always choose the true path from then on. That night, back in his enormous mansion, Mr. Elias carefully hung the captain's coat next to the doctor's one. His brain felt wonderfully tired but sparkling bright, just the way he loved it. Another odd day perfectly spent, another fresh joke created, this one about a captain who found that laughter was the shiniest treasure of all. His 40 properties glowed warmly in the moonlight, his 8 companies and soon the 9th hummed with happy workers, and his bank accounts grew stronger not only from even-day planning, but from the pure delight of odd-day games that kept his heart young and his mind sharper than ever. And so, Mr. Elias drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the next costume, the next riddle, and the next big laugh. Because a busy, playful brain, he knew, would stay forever young. To be continued.